Welcome back to the Demon Slayer Gaming channel. We're going to be continuing our Final Fantasy XIV Dungeon Guide series today. We're now taking a look at the new set of normal raids released in patch 6.4, Anabaseios, the Ninth Circle. Now when this fight starts, I would recommend pulling him to the center of the platform, but he's going to start off casting Gluttony's Augur. This is going to create a persistent AoE on the outside of the platform that you do not want to be in, along with doing party-wide damage. He'll then cast Ravening. This is going to be his transition ability that will change the abilities that he is performing at the time. He'll use it many times throughout the fight, and it's just letting you know that his abilities are changing. He starts off with a mage type build that will work between fire and ice. He'll then teleport to the center of the platform, casting Fire 3. This is going to do a AoE on several party members. That then you'll have a flame notification on your screen. That will mean that the fire effect is going to grow. So I need to actually get a much larger range from other party members that you think that you should. He'll then cast Blizzard 3, which is going to cut off more of the outside of the platform. And then you'll receive the ice notification in the middle of your screen, meaning that the blizzard effect is again going to grow, so you'll need to get even closer on the inside to avoid being hit by this. He'll then cast Dual Spell. This is going to cause both the fire and ice effect, and you'll need to keep an eye out for which of the elements flashes in the middle of your screen, as that will be which element's effect will grow in size. After this, he'll cast Global Spell. This is going to do party-wide damage along with applying a bleed debuff that will do persistent damage over time. He'll then start off with another Ravening, transitioning into a different phase. He'll start this one off with Archaic Rockbreaker. You'll want to get close to the middle of the platform where the blue knockback effect is, so that you are not pushed into the outside purple area. From that initial impact, there will be multiple lines that will extend outward that you will want to move away from the ones that are glowing, as they will have an AoE along them. There will be two different sets of this ability. After this, he'll cast Archaic Demolish, which will do two different group up mechanics. You'll want to split the party for this. He'll follow up with Gluttony's Augur for the party-wide damage, along with Ascendant Fist on the tank. He'll then either do a front or back combination. Front combination, like we received, is a donut AoE along with an AoE in front of him, so you'll want to get close and then behind him. Back combination will be a circular AoE and then a AoE behind him, so you'll want to move away and try to get in front of him. He'll then move back to the center of the platform again, casting another Ravening. He'll start this phase off with casting Charbitis. This will pick 4 party members, and just like previous dungeons that had this AoE, it'll put a tornado AoE that will persist, so you'll need to avoid standing in it or being pushed into it. After this, he'll cast Beastly Roar, which is going to do a knockback from the center of the platform, along with targeting 4 party members to do a Beastly Bile AoE effect on. He'll then do a Pulverizing Pounce, which is going to do a group up mechanic on 1 party member. Gluttonous Rampage is going to be his tank buster for this phase. It actually affects both tanks. You'll want to move away from the boss to the point that the line from the boss linking you to him no longer has the arrows along it. After he hits both tanks, he'll jump back to the center of the platform, doing a proximity AoE from the center of the platform. After this, he'll begin casting Comet, which will do 3 proximity AoEs. And then you'll want to quickly identify which of the comets does not have cracks and get behind it, as he'll then begin casting Ecliptic Meteor, which will one-shot anyone who is not behind the comet without cracks in it. After this, the comet will begin to explode, so you'll need to immediately move away from it, along with trying to staying together, as he'll do another Pulverizing Pounce on 1 party member. After this, he'll cast Ravening again, transitioning back into his mage build at the very beginning with a little bit of extra effects. So your phases are going to start repeating. There will just be a couple additional things you'll need to keep an eye out for. This time he'll cast Ice Flame Summoning, which is going to summon 2 ice and fire orbs that will have AoEs underneath them. You'll need to pay attention as to which elemental effect will flash on your screen, as that is the one that is going to grow in size. So you'll want to stand between the one that does not flash on your screen. He'll cast this 2 times back to back. Before casting a dual spell, which is going to do the original mechanics from the first part of the fight. Depending on which element you have flash onto the screen, depends on how you'll need to position yourself. And then he'll cast another global spell for the party-wide damage, along with bleed effect on everyone. We'll then transition back into the second phase with another Archaic Rockbreaker from the center of the platform. You'll keep an eye out for where the AoEs are going, as they'll have the circular AoEs at the tips of them again. He'll immediately go into either a front or rear combination. This time we received the rear combination, so we had to move away while also positioning in front of him. He then casts Gluttony's Augur for party-wide damage. And then another Ascendant Fist Tank Buster. So this phase does not have any new abilities, it was just in a different order. When he transitions into his last phase, he'll start off the fight with the Comet that you'll need to move away from the 3 proximity AoEs and transition into the Ecliptic Meteor afterwards. But hopefully this should be it for Anabaseios, the 9th circle. I hope this helped everyone out. If it did, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next one.